Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. As our regular viewers will know, this is when we have a look at the best of the web. And as always, to comment and critique and amuse me is my trusty sidekick, Mr. Jason Rupp.
I am here to amuse. Good morning, everybody.
And we are going to have a very amusing episode because it's all about failure, a subject which I'm sure is very close to your heart.
We all know failure, and sometimes we fail.
Absolutely.
And then we can laugh about it.
But life likes a trier. But they like a trier who fails and uploads a video onto YouTube so that we can all laugh at their misfortune that much more, I think.
Yes. You get lots and lots of clicks.
Yeah.
Clicks and views and hits.
Exactly, and entertaining all of us. Now, I probably already know the answer to this, knowing your level of intelligence, but did you ever go to university?
No, okay.
Did you ever go to university?
I went to university.
You did?
And which university did you go to?
That just shows everybody, that shows what is wrong with the American education system. This man went to university. What did you study?
And what did I study? Well, I studied fine arts.
That's not a real
And then
subject.
international trade. So
An international trade?
And now I'm
what bizarre, what were you going to do? Be like this international fine art trader?
Well, I studied logistics, studied freight shipping, export licenses, and things like that. But I just didn't do that.
Oh.
And I didn't really continue with the art anyway. But
and that was
but anyway, I'm overseas doing
dollars of student debt. That was money well spent.
Oh, it was really interesting though.
Yeah.
Really good courses.
Well, I actually left school at 16 because by that time I was already even cleverer than the teachers, I thought, so I didn't really need them anymore.
So you didn't go to university at all?
Nope. Not interested. But I can imagine.
It all makes sense now. Yes,
exactly.
It all makes sense
just because I was more clever than the lecturers and I didn't want to... I'm sure they get upset if I was telling them how to do their jobs like I've spent the rest of my life
You were
doing.
just too cool for school.
Too cool for school, exactly.
Too cool
but
for
I can
school.
imagine, so were you pretty excited when you graduated? Or did you flunk out?
It's you know when you work so hard at university.
Yeah.
For me the graduation isn't that exciting.
Oh really?
Because you just know what's coming.
Well, in our first clip...
You work so hard, you deserve it.
In our first clip, the guy was really excited. In fact, he was overexcited and made a bit of a fool of himself.
Robert Jeffrey Blank. Elvis Hajalik. Keaton Taylor Briggs. Oh, okay. I don't know. We're just gonna give it a minute.
Yeah, that's not a good way to celebrate your graduation.
It's just, it's just too risky. What if you fall?
Yeah, well, he
like
obviously
Robert.
found that he is obviously not quite as clever as he thinks he is. He might have graduated in some subject, but he needs to keep up the backflipping lessons if he's going to try something like that.
Yeah, that must have been high school, right? That wasn't university, right?
I don't know what sort of robes they've got. I don't know anything about American education system. They got some very fancy-looking robes.
Who knows? Yeah, well,
but I'm sure he's not going to do. Well, he won't do that again because he won't graduate.
Did you have a big party for your dropout celebration?
My dropout? No, I just went straight to work the next day. It's just like this education stuff. I don't actually earn any money, so I could get a job and start earning money immediately at 16, and that sounded like a much better idea than staying in school. And look at me now.
Yes, now we are here.
Yeah, drop out of
on
school,
this sofa.
kids. It's a waste of time and your parents' money.
Watching videos with you.
Exactly, that's what
See,
my
we
life
can get
has come to.
somewhere.
Yeah.
No matter where you come from.
It's strange that a lot of the failure videos are actually American. You know how they love to have these...
Well, we're so adventurous, you know?
Yeah, also you got there's a lot of you as well. And a lot of you have film and cameras and stuff to take advantage of them. You know, it's very... these custom cars that are low riders.
Yeah, lowriders,
yeah. I've always thought that the roads must be pretty good in America to do that. You wouldn't get away with that in...
Actually, roads are really good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work here at all.
No, but not all the roads are good, especially some of the driveways, as this guy found out with his lowrider. Well, actually, I thought that actually improved the car by ripping off those stupid bits of plastic that he got either side.
What is the point of that stuff? I mean, really?
I don't know. Obviously, they think it looks cool. Well, it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? It looks cool while you're on a completely flat surface.
Yes.
And then it looks really stupid when it falls off.
Well, I don't think it looks that good anyway. It's just like pieces of plastic tat. It wasn't a very good car anyway, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't a really impressive car. But at least if he had a switch where he could just bring the car up again. This
No,
elevator.
that would be useful. Yeah.
And then bring it down if he wants to, and then bring it up again.
So the Mexicans don't have these like bouncing cars. I've seen those.
Yeah,
going
they have these
around,
bouncing cars. They're really cool. Yeah, with the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
That does look a bit. Why do you want a bouncing car? Why? Why do people do these things? It must cost a lot of money, all these hydraulics and stuff.
It would be a lot of money, yeah.
Why do they do it?
To music, it looks really cool, right?
Well, yeah, I'd
Boom,
imagine
boom,
it's very hard to
boom,
keep the
boom.
beat. And that would be even worse if you were out of sync. That would be like really bad. So I don't know why people mess with their cars. It's just like some engineer has spent millions to come up with a really cool looking car, and then people go to some sort of auto parts place and just stick random pieces of plastic on it.
And then bounce it.
See the point? And bounce it and do really strange things. I mean, that wasn't even a really cool looking car to start with. I guess if you have a rubbish looking car, then it doesn't make it look any less rubbish.
Well, it's cheaper to buy a rubbish car and then do some cheap modifications to it like that, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Than to buy a real good car, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Really good cars, unfortunately, do cost really big money.
Yeah. Well, I think when you have a car like that, if you can do some modification to it, it just needs to make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, something that just makes sense to fitting it better for your comfort or something like that.
But at least it was all white. It did all look sort of consistent. At least I'll give them that, but it still looks stupid.
It's pretty silly.
Yeah.
It's really silly.
For our next fail, sometimes we have magicians on here, and being the sort of cynical person I am, I often wish their magic tricks go wrong, because that always gives me a lot of lulls, like in the next clip we're going to see.
Hi, ich bin's Michel. Und ich bin Sven und wir zeigen euch heute unseren ultimativen Trick.
That was a pretty impressive fail, that one was.
It was so good at first.
I hope no children died for our amusement in that one. I'm not sure I didn't see whether he got out of there in time or not.
He ran really quickly. I think he's okay.
That's all right then.
The kid was so good at it though, pulling tablecloth out.
That part was, but yeah, that's a sign of when you do your own tricks and stuff. Have a look at your immediate surroundings to make sure that you're
he needed more
not gonna
space.
Exactly. Maybe he does have a future in magic. Just needs a slightly larger area.
Well, if he did it on the stage, he'd have a lot of space. See?
Well,
so he
this
could
is
be the
true.
next David Blaine right there.
Could be. I hope not. One's enough, really, in the world. I think David Blaine. He's weird. There's something wrong with that guy.
Yeah, magic tricks just don't excite me that much. I know it's impressive, I know, but it's watching a whole show on this and every magic tricks just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. No, it's a bit sort of old school now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I can imagine, 100 years ago, it's like really impressive, but now everybody looks at Hollywood movies with all the CGI, and it's just like, it takes a lot to impress people these days, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. I get. Well, but back then, carnivals and things like this were all.
You didn't get
exciting.
a lot of other entertainment options, so I can understand why it was big, but a dying art. But
yeah.
I feel sorry for magicians, but I'm sure some people are still impressed.
Well, some of the musicians are doing pretty amazing things, though. I don't know what they're putting like knives in their body and taking it out and whatever.
Getting eaten by tigers like Siegfried and Roy, that was the best bit. That's the best thing.
That was a great trick he did.
Yeah.
Really
to
great.
End up in hospital for years. That was really impressive.
That must have been a big ticket right there to see the show where he got bit.
I don't know if I ever got it on video.
You could tell your grandkids about that one.
Oh, yeah. That would have been an all-time classic. So let's carry on with the fails. I don't quite know. My French isn't that good, so I don't quite know the backstory. But this is something about the next presenter. She was trying to do something like say, girls, you go for it. You be yourself. You do crazy stuff. But it didn't quite work out.
Voilà, donc je n'ai qu'une chose à vous dire.
Yeah, so I don't know what she was trying to do, but whatever it was, she failed miserably. So
She slipped so badly on those high heels.
if it was all about girl power, then leave it to the Spice Girls. At least they did it. Yeah.
Well, the Spice Girls, they can do their thing on the high heels, yeah.
Well, they didn't have high heels. They had those. They looked like
What did they have?
orthopedic shoes. And you know, when I was a kid, it was you had to feel sorry for the kids who had like one leg longer than the other, had to wear those big shoes with stuff. They don't do them so much now, but I hated that.
It makes you look taller, you know?
Well, yeah, it's not a problem that I have. I need something that makes me look shorter, because when I'm going around like Thai markets or something, like everything's that high.
Oh, I hate it when the ropes and everything are lower, and then you have to just duck down.
Was walking around Bangkok a couple of weeks ago, and it was like I had to limbo when gone there, because everyone's got these umbrellas which are like this height.
Yes.
So it's really uncomfortable.
Well, eventually it'll hurt your back to walk like that.
Yeah, I'll be
walking to the market like that.
It will all be Thailand's fault.
Yeah.
Now, most of these fails just come simply because people are being idiots and trying to show off, and which makes it all the better when they fail. And our last clip today is somebody who you just know deserves everything that he got.
Oh, I can't wait.
So that was like a triple fail, that was.
What is the point of doing that next to a pool?
Well, he thought he was going to impress the chicks, but no, he just made himself look a bit of a prat.
Motorbike tricks at a pool party.
Yeah, that wasn't bright. I think he might have had a little bit of alcohol before he tried that.
Perhaps, yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps there was some alcohol in that.
They just looked like a bunch of spoiled Beverly Hills brats, because I saw the Porsche in the background. It seemed to be a sort of high-out pool.
Yeah, these bikes are expensive. They're just
stuff like that.
use them like little toys, like throw them in the pool.
Well, at least he didn't die. At least
We could have used one of those.
Well, yeah, he could have donated it to charity, but no, he just sported a swimming pool. I don't know whether they're salvageable, whether once you've driven a motorcycle into a pool, whether you can clean it out and start again. Probably, I would imagine.
Well, it'll be okay. It should be. I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
Get it out pretty soon. Yeah.
Have you ever dumped your scooter?
Well, no, I never done that.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to do.
But I remember years ago I did buy a cheap motorbike.
Yeah.
And I know it was so cheap because it was stuck in the Bangkok floods.
Oh, really?
But it still worked. It got all fixed and everything was okay.
Oh, okay.
Needed quite a bit of cleaning and stuff and servicing a bit.
Imagine.
But I got it so cheap though.
I would imagine that after the Bangkok floods, there were quite a lot of like washed out scooters on sale, really, really cheap. That must be very good for the economy, actually, the amount of like new scooters that must have got bought straight after that.
Yeah, totally.
Probably a good time to be in the scooter business.
Oh, they were just underwater over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't around in those days, but I saw all the pictures on BBC.
But it's the same thing here in Pattaya every year. So in October, you're going to see a lot of motorbikes underwater.
Yes.
All over South Pattaya, for sure.
I remember seeing that one. That's one of the advantages of where we are now on Pratamnak, is that the water just goes straight down. So
up on the hill.
We might have some technical difficulties for some time, but we ain't going to get flooded out. So
nope, it'll be
good news.
Reception will be a little fuzzy. That's okay.
Yeah, that does happen when you get a really bad storm, that the TV goes down and the internet goes down and life has no meaning anymore.
It sucks when it happens.
Yeah, unfortunately for all of you, Pattaya, life will have no meaning for another 23.5 hours because we're going off air now. But stay tuned for tomorrow.